So this video is regarding the LBSIM interview process. I'll tell you about the entire process, like the GD topics, my personal questions that were asked to me, and everything about the extempore GD questions and the entire interview process basically. I applied to LBSIM Dwarka through my ZAT score. And I got shortlisted for the PGDM FM program, basically management program, and not the core program. So I chose, they called for the interview offline. There were no online interviews, only offline interviews. I went to the venue, and basically they made all of us sit in a room where they gave us a presentation about the college and its history and all the stuff. And after that, we went to the GD room, the room where the GD took place. There were five panelists, and one of them was the director of the college, and one was the alumni of the college, and two, three, I think they were subject teachers only. So, yeah, the GD topic that was given to us was Russia-Ukraine war and its impact on the economy, on the Indian economy. So yeah, we were given about 30 seconds to 1 minute to write down our points. We were given a pad and a pen to write our topics, and after that we were asked to start the extempore. Oh, sorry, the GD. So yeah, the GD went good, and most of the students are quite participating, and there were about seven students in my group. So similarly, in each group there were about 7 to 10 students. So yeah, after the GD got over, we were made to wait in a room, and then the interview, one by one they called for the interview process. So yeah, my first question in the interview was that are you working or not, and what are you basically doing in your work. So they asked me about the work profile. So, and yeah, so he asked that what research did you did before applying to LBSIM. So I told them that I researched about the history, about the placements, and about how old the college is, its faculty and all. So they asked, then the director asked that what are your hobbies, and I had mentioned that listening to podcasts. So from the podcast, then the interview was directed towards that side, the podcast side, and the entrepreneurship side. So he asked me to name three entrepreneurs, and then I named three entrepreneurs, and one of them was Nitin Kamath. So he asked who is Nitin Kamath and what is its company. So I told him that it's Zerodha, and yeah. So he asked what is Zerodha. So then I explained him that it is a stockbroking app and its competitors are Grow and Upstocks. So yeah, after all this discussion, so mainly till this point, the interview was mostly about my work experience and some entrepreneurial questions like these. So then, one question they asked me that which position would you like to work after your MBA? So then I mentioned that the position that I would like to work. And lastly, the final question was what is one area which you think is your weak point and where you can improve a bit, like which topic uh, are you weak in? Is it finance? Is it marketing? And so on. So this was my interview. uh, it was concluded. The interview was concluded, and yeah, before the interview, I forgot to tell that there was an extempore. So, first there is a GD, then extempore, and then the final interview. So, my extempore topic was solar power basically, and how solar energy can save the economy. I mean, how it is beneficial for the economy. So yeah, but this was my interview. I had a work ex, so I could revolve the interview around my work ex, but I had the colleagues where whose interview experience I can also tell you that one of the colleagues who was in my group only, his interview experience was very much focused on the tech. It was very tech heavy as he was from engineering background. So they asked him all the subjects. They asked him about unit testing and what all protocols they follow in the company. So it was very much tech heavy, you can say. And he was asked about AI tools and how they work. Also, one of my colleagues who had a gap year of 1 year, she her interview was very GK heavy. So she was asked about the cabinet ministers, how many members are there in the Lok Sabha, in the Rajya Sabha, who is the spokesperson of Lok Sabha, who is the spokesperson of Rajya Sabha, and such, who is the governor, RBI governor, and such GK based questions. She was asked, and she was also asked to name three female entrepreneurs, especially India based, that started companies in India. So yeah, uh, so interview, this totally depends on your background and your academics and uh, the panelists also. So yeah, that was my interview experience, and I've also shared you two other interview experiences of my colleagues, so that would be of help to you. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.